After removing a fluorescent light fixture, I found just wires sticking out of the ceiling. I'm going to show you how to install an electrical box in the ceiling so that you can install a new light fixture securely. One option is to install something like this, which is known as an old work electrical box. These are super cheap and super easy to install. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to install one, but I've been told that they can only safely support fixtures that are about 6 pounds or less. While there are several types of electrical boxes attached to a brace, I selected this particular one that doesn't require you to nail the brace into the joists. That was critical because I don't have access from the top of the ceiling, such as from an attic above. I got the kind that allows you to rotate and extend the length of the brace, sort of like the way you would turn and extend a shower rod against the walls. Before I start, I needed to be able to see inside this hole to see where the wires were and which direction the joists or the 2x4s in the ceiling had been put up. So I went to Amazon and bought the cheapest borescope that I could find for under $40. So basically, this has a camera with lens and lights at the end of a wire that you can slide through any tiny opening to be able to see what's in the space behind the opening. And you can see the images on the screen, and you can take photos and record videos of it. The wire is flexible but stiff enough that it will hold shape like a stick if you needed to push it out some distance. This is what I saw in my ceiling, and the picture quality was great. It helped me figure out which direction I needed to install the brace. And here's a photo I took with my borescope. Now what I needed to do first was to separate the box from the brace. I did that by taking off a couple of screws. And then a couple of nuts. You see here that the box was attached to the brace via a bracket. So there were 4 screws attaching the box to this bracket, which I can just pull off the brace. I'm showing you again how by turning the brace, I will be able to extend the brace and push it against and into the 2x4s in the ceiling, sort of like this. Now I traced a circle slightly larger than the size of the electrical box and cut out a hole in the ceiling using a drywall saw. I'm now putting the brace into the ceiling through the hole. You're seeing me trying to situate the brace properly on top of the ceiling drywall, and doing this all by feel because I couldn't see what I was doing. And I'm rotating the brace to extend it so the ends of the brace push up against the 2x4s in the ceiling, which it turns out were 24 inches apart because I had to extend the brace to the maximum length. I also used the borescope multiple times to adjust the position of the brace so that it makes good contact with the wood from behind the wires. And I was doing this just by touch, from what I can feel with my hand, and checking the results by using the borescope. I didn't want the pointed parts at the end of the brace meant to dig into the wood to pierce the wire instead. So this is what I saw on my borescope, and you can see how I was able to place this end of the brace behind the wire. And here's the other end of the brace. Now, all the hard work has been done, and I just need to attach the box to the brace. But first, I'm punching out the holes that the wires will be coming out from. You actually need just one hole, but I punched out two so that I have more options. And you see that bracket next to the box? I'm going to put that back on the brace. So I'm now pushing the bracket back on the brace. See these two screws? I'm going to align the box so that these two screws come through the holes in the box. Then I can either put the two nuts back on these screws or put the other two screws back on to attach the box to this bracket. So here's my newly installed electrical box that will now allow me to install a heavier light fixture without any worry that it'll drop from the ceiling. In my next video, I'll show you how I installed this island chandelier in this kitchen ceiling.